Welcome back to Cord Cutting Today, where we break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting, including Sinclair says Bally Sports is going to shut down. We'll tell you everything happening with that. Amazon's new home internet service has cleared a major milestone. They're about to start mass production, get it closer to becoming available to everybody. We'll tell you when you should expect to get internet from Amazon. And Paramount and Warner Bros. Discovery are still suing each other over South Park. We'll give you a breakdown of what's happening with that case and a whole lot more here in a minute. If you want to learn more about these stories, check out the show notes down below and in the first pinned comment. I'll put a link to each story there so you can read them for yourself and let me know what you think. I'd love to hear your opinions down in the comments. If you're new here, help me grow. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that thumbs up. Let YouTube know you enjoy what we do here so YouTube recommends our videos to more people, helping us grow, helping us support our families, and hopefully helping you break free from the high cost of TV, but still watch what you enjoy. Let's start off with Bally Sports' big court case yesterday. So Bally Sports had their big court hearing. Some things got delayed, pushed off. Some things got addressed. One of the things that got addressed was the court approved the NBA contract. This will give Bally Sports rights for the NBA through the current season. And then at the end of this current season, NBA TV rights revert back to the teams. Bally Sports could, in theory, make a bid to try to get them back. We'll see what happens there. Major League Baseball objected to the proposed contract terms from Bally Sports. This would have given Bally Sports the ability to stream and air Major League Baseball games through the 2024 season, so through next summer and into the playoffs and more, or until the playoffs start because they don't air the playoff games. And then they would have lost Major League Baseball rights. MLB has objected to that. The court documents I've seen so far don't really clearly say why they objected to that, but according to Bally Sports, Major League Baseball is going to come bring them a new contract that they can look at. I believe the next big hearing is on December 8th. We'll see. There's a very big possibility that we could be seeing some big changes to Major League Baseball rights on Bally Sports. But the big news here was Sinclair. Sinclair former owners, they spun it off an independent company. They still manage it. And Bally Sports pays them a management right. So Sinclair takes care of a lot of things for Bally Sports. Well, their lead counsel, or one of their counsels for this, under testimony said, the Sinclair folks who originally acquired Diamond, they're kind of bummed. They're bummed that this business that they put in $1.5 billion of equity value in is now going to be shut down. He went on to say there's going to be people losing their jobs. Diamond's business is going to go away, referring to the fact that Diamond is the parent company of Bally Sports and that Bally Sports is probably going to shut down. Now, Bally Sports itself pushed back and said, not so fast. We don't think we're going to shut down. And these are just crocodile tears. They're trying to put all the trouble on it. But for Sinclair to say that in court probably means that they seriously believe that's going to happen. Now, Bally Sports has repeatedly said that they believe they have a path forward, that this first step of the NBA is a path forward. We'll see. It's a narrow path, I won't lie. A lot's going to have to work out here. NHL still has to come to a contract with Bally Sports. It's expected that will be similar to the NBA deal, which would mean at the end of this current season, the TV rights may revert back to the NHL. This raises real questions about how Bally Sports can go forward. NBA teams, NHL teams, maybe in MLB teams will all get their TV rights back from Bally Sports next year. Is Bally Sports going to be in a position to seriously compete for these rights? Are the sports team owners going to want to sign back up with Bally Sports after everything that's been happening the last few years? Or are they going to want to follow other sports teams and become free over the air and streaming? We know the Dallas Mavericks owner has talked about that as a possibility and more. I think that we seriously need to consider that at best case, in a year, Bally Sports may not be here. Worst case, maybe even sooner than that, because the NBA, for example, has an out in their contract. If Bally Sports does not successfully renew its contract with Spectrum Cable TV in February, NBA can pull back their TV rights and go elsewhere right away mid-season. We'll see what happens here. But Bally Sports' future is definitely in question. And I want to hear from you. What's your question? Do you think Bally Sports will make it past the end of the 2024 MLB season or not? Leave me a comment. Let me know. All right, Amazon's new home internet service that they hope to launch in 2025 has successfully completed early testing. They put a few test satellites up in space. They've successfully streamed video, done two-way calls, purchased things on Amazon, and more through it. And now Amazon says they are going to start mass production of satellites for launches early next year. They hope to start beta testing in the second half of 2024 to offer the service in 2025. Now, if you want to find all the details on this, they have 3 tiers of packages and pricing and more. Check out the show notes down below. I'll put a link to this story there. There's a whole lot of info, including a cool YouTube video you can watch with a lot of info in it. But check it out. Amazon Home Internet Service for the masses, at least in maybe select markets, a lot like SpaceX did for Starlink. Start off in a few areas, grow from there. We'll start launching in 2025 with beta testing in 2024 for select corporate customers. All right, Paramount and Warner Bros. Discovery are still suing each other, but Paramount got a good early win. So what the issue here is, quite a few years ago, Paramount sold rights to South Park to Max for the TV episodes. But then Paramount went and created movies or specials, or whatever you want to call them, and is airing them on Paramount Plus. Warner Bros. Discovery says this is a violation of our contract. Those should have been on Max. Paramount says, no, our contract says you get the rights to the TV episodes and you're still getting those, but the specials air on Paramount Plus. So the judge has ruled, at least throwing out a few things. Basically ruling out that Paramount lied to them was a big part of this with it. So and they also ruled out that, the judge said that Paramount has broken no laws, that this is a civil case here, which keeps this as a civil issue between 2 business partners. Now, big things need to still be decided here. I don't know when the court case will be, but they still need to fight out over if the contract between Warner Bros. Discovery and Paramount is just for TV episodes or if these specials should have been included. We'll see. But Max has been not paying Paramount its estimated $25 million every quarter. I'm assuming that's probably getting up to close to $75 to $100 million maybe now, still owed to Paramount. We'll see. Paramount's countersuing them for that. Max is suing them for the episodes. We'll keep a close eye on this, but look for fights like this to become more common as services fight it out. Paramount, of course, wants some Paramount South Park stuff on Paramount Plus. They've been doing those specials out there and more. And of course, Max wants that all on Max. We'll see how it plays out. All right, Tubi announced yesterday that every episode that they have access. I know there's a handful of lost episodes, though I heard a rumor. I saw an article about maybe some of those lost Doctor Who episodes being found. If you haven't looked at that, Google it. It's kind of interesting, the story there. But Tubi's adding every episode of Doctor Who Classic for free that are regularly available. Again, there are a few of the older episodes that have been lost, and though we may have found a few of them, we'll see. But check it out, Tubi's adding that. They have a nice little hub for the Doctor Who where you can search by doctor and season and all kinds of stuff. These are classic Doctor Who, not the more recent Doctor Who episodes. And they're available on demand too. Not just a live channel, but an on-demand where you pick which ones you want. All right, here's an interesting thing. Quiet cable TV cutters. Now, what's a quiet cable TV cutter? Well, this is somebody who pays for cable TV but doesn't watch it. It's a surprisingly growing statistic here that shows, according to a study from Vizio, that increasingly people who pay for cable TV are watching it less and less. Now, there's a few reasons for this. One, they just may not have gotten around to calling and canceling. But 2, increasingly cable TV companies are trying to keep their numbers up by force bundling this into HOAs and into apartment complexes, where your cable and internet is just part of the rent, part of the HOA fee. I know a lot of people, I have an aunt and uncle who live in a condo, and it's internet and TV is just part of it with that. Well, if they would ever decide that they just want to stream everything, there's no way to cancel the cable TV aspect of that. So it's great for cable TV companies. And while honestly, they often give you a slight discount because you lock in an entire condo complex or apartment building, it's still not a great option for a lot of people who don't want that. But increasingly, we're seeing even people who pay for cable TV spending less and less time on it. We saw viewership plummet on cable TV. Now, 30% of all television or less is traditional cable TV networks. We'll see what happens there, but let me know. I hear all the time that people cancel cable TV after they realize they're not watching it that much. Was that part of your reasons for that? We'll keep a close eye on it. All right, let's kind of race through a bunch of things here. Scripps has acquired the rights to the Arizona Coyotes NHL games. They're airing them over the television. They're going to be switching which television transmitters those are going on free over there. If you live in Arizona, you're a fan of the Arizona Coyotes, and you want to watch their games free over there, check out our story in the show notes down below, because it has a link to where you can find it, what day it'll be switching channels, and more. Deal of the day, BritBox has a 20% off a one-year offer. BritBox is a joint partnership between the BBC and ITV. All kinds of great BBC content. If you want to get that for 20% off, new and returning customers can take advantage of this. Only available on the yearly plan. Link in the show notes. You have to use the promo code in it. If you want a Fire TV, they're at some of the lowest prices they've ever been at, including the Fire TV Cube, the new Fire TV Stick, and the Fire TV Stick 4K Max with it. The Fire TV Stick 4K and Fire TV Stick 4K Max, to be clear there. And also the Fire TV Stick Lite HD one is on sale for just $15.99. So check out these deals, link in the show notes. Plus, down there you can learn more about 6 months of free MGM Plus if you buy a new Fire TV. Link in the show notes to find out more about that with that. All right, Fubo. If you use Fubo on a Roku, check to update your app. It may have updated itself, but they're rolling out a new app, improved guide that allows the video you're watching to continue to play as you browse the guide, so you don't have to jump completely in and out. Improved speed, better control of fast forward or rewinding. They added a 4th speed there to allow you to quickly jump back and forth or slower and get to the exact spot you want. And numerous bug improvements and other changes are coming to it, so check it out. Fubo has a new app with new improvements. And lastly, it kind of surprised me, James Cameron's finally rolling out in Blu-ray and other 4K media some of his most popular movies like Aliens, Avatar, The Abyss, and more are all coming out in 4K from Disney. So if you're a big Aliens fan, you've always wanted that in 4K, check it out. Link in the show notes if you can find out more about that. Pick up physical media and digital for it. All right, question of the day. Now, if you have a question, leave me a comment. I'm probably going to start trying to do 2 of these, and I think we're going to have to start monthly, get the Q&As back going with a new time and a new date that I'm trying to figure out right now. But check it out. Question of the day. If you have a question, leave me a comment. I'll start off with a question for Luke, so I know it's for this. This question comes from Gary. I hope I said that right. Why doesn't Comcast and Spectrum offer a streaming service like DirecTV did? Why they could offer a live TV service to compete with YouTube TV, Hulu, and more. So why doesn't cable companies do this? Dish has done it. DirecTV's done it. Well, Dish and DirecTV had national contracts. It really comes down to a contract issue. For example, when Comcast launched its Now TV streaming, its cheap $20 bundle there, which also includes Peacock, it's a pretty good deal. You have to be a Comcast Internet customer because it's only supposed to be available to people who live in certain territories. They only have rights for certain territories. In order to offer a national service, they would need to go acquire more rights that they don't currently have. Dish and DirecTV, being a national service, has rights to all markets that they've built up slowly over the years. Now Comcast and Spectrum would have to do the same. That's why for now, their streaming services are limited to inside the areas where they offer internet service. You need to be an internet customer to also get the streaming version of it. Now, would not surprise me, there's often been rumors that Comcast and Spectrum or others have looked at launching their own service. It's more of a money and a contract issue, and them to decide. It's a very competitive market. Is this one we want to enter? YouTube TV, Hulu, Fubo, Philo, Friendly, Now TV's out there, and more, all competing. Sling TV, all competing for that. Do they want to be the 8th option, the 9th option, whatever it may be, depending on how you want to count all the different live TV services? So I think that's part of it too, is they're saying, is that a market we really want to compete in? It's kind of saturated right now. We'll see. But that's why they don't do it. We'll see if they do in the future. There's always been rumors that they've looked at it, and I don't see why they couldn't. It's just a time of getting the contracts and the money of getting the contracts and building the service. Well, that's it for today. I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care, be safe. I'll be back tomorrow with another video.